Hello, beautiful humans, and welcome back to another episode of Self-Dom. And this is going to be part 2 of what I've learned in 2023. So if you're new here, maybe check out part 1, but if not, you can listen to this and then listen to part 1. But from the conversations I've had with a lot of people in my life, 2023 has just been exhausting. And we are all excited for 2024 to come, a fresh start. I find it so exciting to have a new year in sight because it comes with new opportunities, goal setting, all that good stuff. So I think this is a really nice time to be reflecting on the year and learning from the year so that we can all make 2024 the best one yet. So yeah, just to start off, I've kind of touched on in the last episode, but 2023 was the biggest year of growth for me of my entire life. And I have really enjoyed reflecting on it, and I am so excited to bring part 2 because my goal is to inspire people to have a healthy body and mind. And I really feel like if you can carry on these insights to 2024, you are just going to succeed physically, mentally, spiritually, energetically. All the good stuff is just going to happen for you. And the big thing is you have to really, really believe it for it to happen for you. So yeah, welcome back. Thanks for being here. And I'm going to dive straight in. So number 1, the importance of eating protein. So 2023 for me was the year I reintroduced meat into my diet after 8 years. So I was plant-based for a little while. I have been dairy-free and gluten-free. So for me, that diet felt very restrictive. So the last 7 years I'd been eating seafood, but I would eat predominantly plant-based. So a lot of tofu, nuts, seeds, carbohydrates, which are all really great things. But since studying nutrition this year, I made the conscious decision to reintroduce meat. And I remember my first mouthful, I was at a restaurant called Dear St. Eloise with 3 friends. And it was just felt like the biggest deal to eat meat. Like I hadn't eaten it in 8 years. And as soon as I had that first mouthful, my body craved it. Like I ate the whole piece of steak, and then the next morning, as soon as I opened my eyes, I thought about that meat and I was like, I want more. So just from that kind of intuition and experience, I was like, wow, my body really has been craving meat. It's been craving the iron. I've always had a really low iron count since eating this way. So yeah, I am opting for organic grass-fed meat, and I eat like organic chicken, and I mix it up with wild-caught salmon. I also found out this year that I'm intolerant to soy. So that means that whole time I didn't eat meat, I was consuming so much tofu and soy products. It irritated my gut, and it was such a big reason for inflammation, skin issues, digestion issues, foggy head and brain. So yeah, I've really switched up my diet this year, and for me personally, I'm feeling a lot more clear-headed. I feel stronger. I feel like I get a lot more out of my workouts. I also have really enjoyed having more diversity when it comes to going out for meals. I'm not here to convince anyone to change a diet, and as I always say, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just here telling my experience, but reintroducing meat was definitely a beneficial thing I did this year. And with that, with the knowledge I have from studying nutrition, I also have increased protein. So I am aiming to have 80 to 100 grams of protein every day. I really base my meals around a protein source. So in the morning, it's eggs or protein powder. At lunch, it's a source of protein with a salad, sweet potato, nuts. And then for dinner, I could do a stir fry with a protein sauce or a piece of steak. I just make sure that I'm having that protein 3 times a day. And I have to, this is my hypothesis and my analogy, but my hair this year is just like I used to wear hair extensions, and I honestly think it's from eating meat. There's collagen in high quality grass-fed meat and beef, and I really think it's part of the reason my hair is just so shiny and long. I have also just had a shoot this morning, which is why I have a bit of a glow happening here, if you are watching on YouTube. So, oh yeah, just as a pointer, all these videos are on YouTube and wherever you listen to your podcast. So it's up to you where you want to listen or watch. In saying that, back to the protein source, I definitely have vegan meals at times. I try prep quinoa, brown rice. I always add nuts. So yeah, if you are vegan, you are still able to increase your protein. Just make sure you're kind of hitting those targets, because your cognitive health as well as your physical health will just be so happy for it. Yeah. So number 2 is weight training isn't just for men. I am just still shocked by the amount of women I speak to who are nervous that weight training is going to make them bulky. As we get older, weight training is so essential for our longevity. I think a lot of us are scared because we see certain body types, but those people are training every single day, multiple hours, and consuming a lot of calories. I am quite a lean physique, and I do weight training at least 3 times a week. And for me personally, it's allowed me to grow in terms of challenging myself harder at the gym. And with challenging myself hard in the gym, I know if you're not someone who does weights, it might seem crazy, but I feel like I can better handle challenges in my life because I'm going through hard stuff. I get through it and I take that story into my life. It's also been proven that weight training is better for weight loss than cardio. There is so much information out there, and if you're someone who is nervous about it, I would do the research yourself, understand it, and really give it a go. On more of a personal note, my grandma had a fall this year, and she is elderly, of course, but she's never done weight training in her life. She tried to kill a cockroach, she slipped, and she's never been able to walk since. So this has completely hindered her quality of life, and it's because not saying if she did weight training this would have fixed it, but it would have definitely helped, because weight training improves your bone density, this improves your balance, and in turn it increases your independence and vitality. And as we get older, it's something we really need to be focused on. I can't stress it enough. Do this weight training with the increased protein and you are going to be feeling incredible. So I think 2024, set some goals when it comes to training, mix it up, add weights, and feel the benefits to your body and mind. Tip number 3 is wine really disturbs your sleep. I hate that I found this out because I love a Pinot Grigio and I love having a red wine at night, but it's not good for your sleep. We in modern society are all using wine to wind down, but honestly, it's the worst thing you can be doing for your sleep. So research shows that 1 in 4 adults struggle with getting quality sleep on a regular basis. And sleep is so incredibly important because it boosts your immunity, your metabolism, productivity, it helps with athletic performance and your social interaction. So we really need to be making sure we're getting enough sleep. Unfortunately, when you drink wine, the metabolization of the wine, it's very activating in the body, and it makes it very hard to sleep. So my rule of thumb is I try not to drink any wine after 7 p.m. or any alcohol after 7 p.m. because it gives your body time to metabolize it, so you have a better chance of having a good night's rest. But as I always talk about, I'm following the 80-20 rule. So if I'm having a great time, there's no limit on when I have my last wine. But if I'm just at like a work event or something like that, I would not have the wine because I know it's going to impact my sleep and I'm going to feel it the next day. Number 4, journaling is still the GOAT. Journaling, I have been doing it since I was 19 years old. It has been crucial in my self-development and just handling the modeling career and what it's thrown at me. And this year I always used to journal at night. It was a way for me to brain dump the day and get a proper sleep, because otherwise my head's on the pillow and I'm not able to get any sleep because I'm thinking about everything that happened that day, what's happening tomorrow, and me thinking is not going to fix anything, which is why I introduced journaling at night. But this year I introduced journaling in the morning and a really beautiful gratitude practice. So many people still think that gratitude is woo-woo and not going to do anything, but it has been scientifically proven time and time again that it increases the dopamine and serotonin in your body, which makes you feel good. It's going to help with anxiety, it's going to help with depression, it's going to improve your mood, it's going to make you more productive in the day. So every morning I start with gratitude and journaling, and it has been such a game changer for how I am for the rest of the day. And I really encourage you in the new year to pick up this ritual. Some of my favorite diaries are from the Collective Hub and Kiki K. They actually do really, really cute ones. And yeah, just one of my favorite things the new year is like buying new stationery and buying new journals. And I know that's not for everyone, but just try it, and yeah, you will see the benefits instantly. Honestly, that's one of the practices where you feel it instantly. Number 5, walking is also the GOAT. So I have a lot of people who DM me and they're new to the whole healthy living and they want to start, they just don't know where to start. Walking is such a great way to start. Even just 3 times a week for 30 minutes is really life-changing if you're somebody who hasn't incorporated exercise and movement into your life before. Walking is also free, it's low impact on the body, it's so good for your physical and mental health, and I find it a great way to catch up with friends. I would really encourage you to start your morning with walking. Let 2024 be the year where you just implement this routine, and it can literally be 10 minutes to the coffee shop and back. You can have a place you're going and come back, but your body will just love you for it. So yeah, it's not something new I learned, but it's something I wanted to share, and I think that everyone would benefit from this. Number 6, nothing beats a home cooked meal. So I personally feel like COVID at the start was really fun, home cooked meals, but then by the end, all I wanted to do was go out for food. And it kind of took away my love for cooking because there was no option. So then when we got out of lockdown, all I was doing was going out for meals and, you know, going out with friends, getting dressed up, which is all well and good, and I really enjoy it. But 2023 really taught me that nothing beats a home cooked meal. Nothing beats, firstly for me, cooking a meal and sharing it with the people I love. It's definitely a love language for me. And it's a really nice way for me as well to connect with someone if we're cooking together, or to connect to myself. I love putting music on and trying a new recipe. So for me, 2024, I want to cook 1 new recipe a week. So that's 52 new recipes. It's 52 years, weeks in a year, right? 52, right? 52 recipes a year. And it's such a great way to have a friend over or a family member, or even just for yourself, and just to cook. It's one of our greatest joys. And to be honest, there is zero excuse for you because there is so many recipes online. Like, there is just endless. So let 2024 be the year where you cook more meals at home. And personally for me, I have a really sensitive digestive system. And I find whenever I go out for food, it's heavy butter, heavy oil, and I never feel great the next day, let's just say that much. So yeah, I want to cook more, and it also allows me to make sure I've got protein and veggies and I'm getting all those amazing macronutrients, micronutrients, phytonutrients, all the good stuff. So let this be your sign to cook more. And if you don't think you're good at cooking, give it a try. There's so many recipes that are under 10 ingredients and super simple. Okay, so time for lucky number 7. So number 7 was a little bit of makeup goes a long way. 2023 was the year of the clean girl aesthetic and this whole Hailey Bieber vibe, which I'm so here for, because I, for work, always have a lot of hair and makeup on and they do it all up. So on my days off, I never wore makeup. I literally just sit in pajamas, and no hate on that because that's amazing. But I have found that since this whole clean girl aesthetic, and I saw people wearing their hair in like a sleek bun, and I would put Olaplex or Virtue in my hair, sleek it, and then I saw them put this strawberry makeup on. And it wasn't a lot, but it really made the difference. So I started doing it. And for me personally, I found that I would work better. I'd get a lot more done when I felt good about myself. I'll go to a cafe, set up my laptop, and yeah, I just think a little bit of makeup goes a long way, and it makes you more confident. And when you're more confident, you tend to make better decisions and be your best self and show up. So I'm here for it. I am here for all the makeup, and I've been investing in new makeup and I've been loving it. So number 8, swim in the ocean as much as you can. That's just it. I feel like I don't swim enough and I regret it every year. So 2024 is the year I will be swimming more, jumping in that ocean. Don't care about my hair. Don't be lazy, just get in the water. Second last tip, number 9. So number 9 is that you really are the combination of the 5 people you spend the most time with. My mum literally drilled this into me since I was a kid, and I just always was like brushing it off. But wow, the older I've gotten, the more I've realized it is so true. In my late teens, early 20s, I just always felt lost. I felt like I didn't have my tribe. I felt isolated, but in some ways I just wanted to feel like I belonged. So I'd hang out with whoever would invite me. And then COVID happened, and it kind of gave me a chance to start fresh. A big reason for that was that we had to go on like walking dates and picnics, and it was a lot more healthy by chance or coincidence. And because of this, I just connected with people who were a bit more like-minded and wanted to be out in nature, or in tune with their emotions, healthy, active. These are really important things for me when it comes to people I want to hang out with. I want to be around people who are entrepreneurial. I want to be around people who see the sky's the limit, and I really found my tribe during that time. And now I look at the 5 people I hang around with and I'm in awe of them, and I think everyone should feel like that. I also met Tom this year, and he is such a generous, loving, kind, beautiful, funny human, and to have him in my universe is a blessing. And yeah, I'm just really freaking grateful. Another little tip I have is an exercise you can do where you pretend you're on a deserted island and you think, okay, I can be with 5 people. What are the characteristics of the 5 people that you choose? So write their names down and write down all the characteristics of each of these people. Then circle the ones that are similar between all 5. These are the characteristics, that you are drawn to. And maybe you can have a think about the other people in your life. Do they have these characteristics? If there is no similarities, it might be a good time for you to think about letting them go if they don't serve you. I think going into a new year is an amazing time to let go of what's not serving you and make the changes you need so that 2024 can be a year of abundance, health, happiness, love, success, all these good things. Because unfortunately, if the people around you are not serving you, it's gonna bring you down. that's just the truth of it. So yeah, I hope you try that exercise before the new year starts and just have a little think. You can also have different circles of friends, but maybe don't hang out with the people that aren't serving you as much as you need to, just because you might, you know what I mean, you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and that's completely fine. Number 10 is have fun and live life. We are going into New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, holiday time. Just have fun. Honestly, I think being too healthy is actually unhealthy. If you're 100% healthy all the time, you're missing out on a lot of the good stuff. And to me, that is completely unhealthy. I listened to the Diary of a CEO, Stephen Bartlett's podcast, which I'm sure a lot of you listen to. It's incredible. It's probably it's in the top 5 favorite podcasts that I listen to. He interviewed a guy called Brian Johnson, and he's this pioneer in longevity who's actually reversed his biological age from 45 to 18, which is incredibly impressive. But he also spends $2 million a year on his health. And in my eyes, I'm like, you could be doing so much with $2 million a year to help other people. But okay, each to their own. I won't judge him. But there's certain things he does that I'm like, you are not living. That's not living in my eyes. He only eats between 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. He takes 111 pills a day. He will never sleep in the same bed with a partner. These are just 3 of many things that he does. That's not living in my eyes, and I think life is way too short. And I'm not telling you to like let go of all routine and, you know, go bender and do all that. I'm absolutely not saying that. I'm saying stick to that 80-20 rule. But if you're out and you're having a fun time and the only reason you want to go home is because you're like, oh, I want to make Pilates tomorrow. Oh, I want to, you know, you're just like rigid with your routine. Like that stuff will always be there, but the memories won't be there. And for me, I always think about at my deathbed, what will I regret not doing? I'm not going to have regretted. I'm not going to say, oh, I wish I went to do more Pilates, or I wish I worked more. No, I'm going to say, I wish I danced more. I wish I traveled more. I wish I lived more. So let that be my note to you this silly season. Just enjoy it. It's such a short period, and these are the memories that you really carry on year after year. They're the memories you talk about with your friends. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope you enjoyed those 10 tips, and let's use this time to reflect, write our goals, set our intentions, and I want us to all make 2024 the best year yet. Have the most amazing holidays, and I will see you in the new year.